terms of research, look at research within the level of the Catholic University of BUEA, and also look at some of the student experience, the activities, as well as we look at the news-making event within the Catholic University of BUEA. Today's edition, as I earlier made mention, we are zooming in to look at the activities of students and student experience, and so that we should get to understand what the experience were when they enter into the university, when they are in the university after the internship, they are about to leave the university, what memories would they carry away from the Catholic University of BUEA. But first, let's take on this break, and when we come back, we shall introduce you our crack team that we shall be looking at the Catholic University in BUEA. My name is Tamai Jarvis.
Catholic University Institute of BUEA.
It's one of the oldest private higher educational institute in BUEA, and it was rated in 2010 by a ministerial order.
We have
School of Health Sciences, School of Information and Technology, School of Agriculture and Natural Resources,
School of Business,
School of Arts and Education.
We also have the School of Law,
School of Journalism and Communication,
The School of Engineering. The overall goal of the Catholic University Institute of BUEA is to
train students to become job creators and not job seekers.
I want to tell God, thank you for what you have done. Faculty, staff, to the students of this institution.
also to provide a holistic education taking into account the moral and ethical aspect of our students.
The entrepreneurial and to develop business plan on their own, exclusive.
HND program, the tuition fee is the lowest.
Catholic University of BUEA is the best school for you to send your child.
It's the only entrepreneurial university in Africa.
It's the best for you to have a growth mindset and for you to develop.
in the School of Agriculture here in CUIB. Once you are registered as a student, and this, what you have here is our nursery. Next paper here. The tomato you have seen doing very well here are not project for this year.
You're welcome back from that transition. If you are just tuning in, you watch Divine Mercy Television. The program Inside CUIB. Chika is here with us, and also we have Cynthia, who is here with us. We also have Anita, who is also here with us. Annette, rather, who is here with us. And we also will be having some gentlemen who will be joining us here from the different schools within the Catholic University of BUEA. Chika is a final year student of the Catholic University of BUEA reading Human Resource, and also will be graduating next year, God willing. And she has, Catholic University of BUEA is a 4-year program for the bachelor's program, 4 years, and integrated program for all the different departments and schools. Since Chika, happy Saturday. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you too, sir.
It's a privilege to have you. Okay, and also here we have Jomo, who is also from the School of Engineering, civil engineering. She's from the School of Engineering. Cynthia and Jomo, it's a privilege to have you. Happy Saturday. Okay, and we have now become Annette. Sorry if I have that name wrongly pronounced. Ghislaine is from the School of Business, Banking and Finance, level 4. Welcome and thanks for joining us. I'll begin the program with you, Talia. First of all, you are a final year student of the Catholic University of BUEA. Yes. Before you get into the university, what ideas did you have?
Okay, that's before coming
Yes,
to
before coming to Catholic University of BUEA. When you were told that there's Catholic University of BUEA, what was through your mind that you had about the university?
Okay, thank you once again. Before I came into the Catholic University Institute of BUEA, CUIB, I had a lot of information. Like,
back then when I was in secondary school, because I'm actually an ex-student of Christ the King College Tico, there was a time when some students came for mobilization, and when they came, they printed in us a lot of positive information about CUIB, like the social activities, all the flagship traditions, and even even the way they even demonstrated everything. It felt like, wow, this is really a place to be, and I want to see myself passing through all these traditions and knowing that, okay, at the end of the day, I can hit my chest and say, okay, I'm actually a bona fide student and a graduate under the canopy of Cardiff University Institute of BUEA. And that was what boosted my morale to come to CUIB, at least to gain those experience, and also to gain some challenges which will help me too in the future. Thank you.
Now, when you had those beautiful thoughts, right, and you got in, bam, what did you experience? And you are in now, about to go out. You are looking at the exit door now. That, oh, thank God, it's 4 years. I know the 4-year mentality, was it kind of scary to you? When people say it's going to be 4 years,
Yeah,
and not 3 years, and you saw your peers in other universities taking 4 years, 3 years.
Yes, definitely. At the beginning, I was like, I don't understand. Isn't that the same bachelor's degree of sciences that we all are going to have? So how will I do 4 years and top about doing 3 years? So at the beginning, it was kind of challenging, but thank God, the 4 years that we all thought, or that I thought 4 years ago, have finally come to reality. But I'll not lie to you. 4 years, it has not been 4 years of biscuit or milk, but it has been 4 years of hard work, 4 years of challenges, 4 years of tears.
Why you say tears?
Yes, tears, because I'll take for example, you have these, there are some courses that you felt like, oh God, I should have been going to make, because it was kind of tough, especially when it comes to this mathematical course, and you feel like there are some principles you need to master off hand, no matter what, especially when you don't make use of a formula booklet, and you just need to master everything. At that point in time, I will not lie you, and I'm very sure everybody here has faced the same. You'd be like, okay, how do I want to carry all these formulas in my head? And you see examination, as in that examination tension. But one thing that I would say for sure is that as a student of CUIB, somebody who has been there from year one, I'll tell you, CUIB exams, there's a particular trick in it. If you are able to master that particular trick, then I tell you, you'll be able to excel. Because I noticed that from my year one first semester after the CA, and that is what I've used to date. And thank God it's working for me. I'm very sure it's working for others.
Now, you had 4 years. You were like, man, the normal exam, normal degree that everybody's going to have in other universities for 3 years. I'm going to do this for 4 years. Within these 4 years, do you now see that the 4 years worth it based on what you experienced in the field?
Yeah, it's actually worth it. Yes, I would say the 4 years is worth it. In fact, let me just put a mind to this. Most of the times we feel like when you call an amount of years, people feel like, chai, all the amount of years in the university. But I'll shock you. Back then, we're all wondering 4 years. But yeah, man, the 4th year already. Whoever thought that 4 years would just pass like something that happened yesterday? But to be honest, the 4 years has been a 4 years of an amazing journey.
An intensive training.
Yes, an intensive training too. And even outdoor activities was not also something simple, but with that we learned a lot.
Okay, we'll be coming back to you. Before getting to Gisland, let me come now to you, Cynthia. Cynthia, now, I want to get your own experience when you were about to enter the university, CUIB. What was the thought you had at the time, and now your experience?
Okay, as everybody, like at first, we have to hear about CUIB as being a school for VIPs, the school where when you enter, you go and do an internship abroad in the United States. Like everyone was wondering about what this amazing university is giving. So I was like, okay, I want to succeed in life, and this is the only university I feel like I can do what I want to.
Okay. Now, when you got into the university, right, you are doing civil engineering. What are some of the added value you've been able to harness within the Cuib University of BUEA? I know, so you have friends in other schools that are doing engineering. You see yourself that you have something added that what they don't have. And if you do, what are the kind of things that you think you have that they don't have?
Actually, I'm doing civil and environmental engineering, which is teaching us two aspects, civil and environmental aspect of engineering. Like, I've been like saying that the whole time when we have course, and I was like, okay, like she was saying, 4 years was too much, but no. Actually, I feel like it's not even more sufficient to get all what I'm getting from the school, from engineering, from my lecturers. So I've been like, all the practicing, the excursion that we did, and the field trip, and the industrial trip, like, was amazing.
So now, which means that there's an added value that you have which other friends of yours don't have. Like, now talk to us about the EOC. I know when you got into the first year, the EOC where people have to go for prayers. Were you kind of like afraid that they were going to force you to become a Catholic? They were going to focus more on Catholic things. Did you meet that in this?
Yes, in freshman year, I was first like, I'm a Catholic from the base, like, was no problem. But the issue of every day,
the EOC.
Yes, it was first
challenging.
Yes, but now I'm like, okay. Now in my of my own, I choose to, okay, let me stay and go to the EOC. When it's time for the lecturer to stop class, I should go to. So let us stop this EOC time. Like, we first think like it's difficult. It's challenging to us, but no, actually it's nice when you stop your class and go on. Thank God to give you the, yes.
Now, internship, level of internship in your school. I want us to share this experience. You attended trade fair from year 1, year 2, year 3. Do you feel that you gained some knowledge within the level of the trade fairs, some other skills?
Yes, for trade fair. Like, sincerely, I was not the business type girl. I was like, okay, that's not my case. More focused on books, and I came out like, okay, school is not everything. I have to know that if my school is not working, I have to know that I can branch the other way and succeed in life. So the trade fair was really an amazing experience for me.
Okay.
Selling experience.
So you had to sell.
Yes.
You had to stand, you had to sell, you had to evaluate others.
Yes, actually.
Which is something you never thought you would do. No. Which means from now you are sure that if you are put within others from engineering, from different schools, and yourself are part of the fact that you are engineers, there are other things you can do which they cannot do.
Yes, actually.
Okay, Ghislaine, is it a beacon? Beacon?
Yes.
So I have the name correctly. You should clap for me. I was struggling to read the name. I was like, maybe I should not make a mistake. You are within the level of banking and finance. I know you guys are the people who come and transform our financial transactions. So far, your own experience before you could get into the university.
Before entering the university, we have the conception that Catholic have the most good, or let me say, the most good education system, than other people. So when entering the university, for me, it was like, okay, I will come and acquire skills. I will come and know new people. So it was actually something amazing and very exciting for me. Yes, so to belong in the Catholic school.
Now, that issue of 4 years, was it also an issue with you?
Yeah, of course, it was a very big issue until I have to meet my dad and say, Daddy, I want to stop, because it's actually something that 4 years by now my friends are doing but masters one. So I was seeing myself like I'm missing 1 year. So what was there? But in the long run, I understood that even the 4 years was not enough, because in the 3rd year we have to go for internship, in which in some schools we don't have it. Yeah, so I'm seeing myself like, okay, the 4 years was enough.
That junior year internship.
Yeah.
Which you had to spend 3 months?
3 months, yeah. 3 months, and you had to report and to explain the different activities carried out in the company that you went to.
So which means that in the first year you do internship, second year you do internship, third year you do internship. First year is 1 month, second year 2 months, third year 3 months. Which
course.
means that you have at least 6 months of work experience. After you must have graduated from school, it means you had at least 6 months of experience.
Of course.
Now, now you see the 4 years. Now you see that the 4 years worth it. What other things that made you believe that within the 4 years was quite very exciting? For example, were there other activities part of the trade fair? You had other activities.
We had boot camp. We had other sociocultural activities, like at times we have guest speakers. Yeah, so this type of activities also make us to have more skills, even to know more about even the society. Because when you have guest speakers, you have people, we have different topics on which our speakers is going to enlighten us on the topic. So it makes us to have a good idea and many ideas of different parts.
Okay, the boot camp, the guest speaker. So now I want to continue with you on this issue of the guest speaker. How you rate this kind of experience, the guest speaker? This is something that other universities don't do. Now, when you were first told that you'll be having guest speaker, were you kind of first of all very worried about it? And you've been 4 years. Do you think that the guest speaker moment at the Catholic University of BUEA has added value to what you now have?
Okay. I will not lie that in my first year, I was skeptical about if I acted in guest speaker. When I know that the guest speaker maybe is coming, have guest speaker, I will like, oh, this thing you have to finish because you must attend it to have us or something like that, or to write your report. But in this my second year, third year, I'm the one even calling my friend and let us go. We have guest speaker because it's something very amazing. You gain skills like our previous guest speaker. He taught us on how to create money, how to have money how to have a business without money, how to start a small business without money. So it's actually something that if you attain it, you will not go the same. Yeah, so even now if they say guest speaker, I can miss a class, but I cannot miss a guest speaker. Yeah, of course.
Are you to agree with that?
Yes.
Why?
Like, people have been talking about motivational speakers, and I was also skeptical, but this speaker is nothing like that. It's like someone, like you get a real life experience from one that has grown up to come and give you his experience. Like we had a lady, when she went abroad, her parents wanted her to, wanted her to do something else, like, but she was mostly on fashion things, and like when you get such thing like that, you are amazed. Like, okay, she decided to push to what she wanted, and she succeeded in life. So I love the guest speaker thing.
So you are going to miss the guest speaker.
Yes.
You wanted to add about the guest speaker issue.
Yeah, actually, the guest speaker issue is kind of a reality show where you meet different denominations of people, not necessarily Catholics, but at least when it comes to social life, they've lived more than us. They've seen a lot of things more than us. So they are in a good position to tell us, okay, this is what is out there, and this is what you need, this is what you don't need. So before, I would say maybe we just grew up with this idea of, okay, what is money? You just, as in, there are a lot of ways to get money, but we're not aware of maybe what to do, the kind of things to do to acquire this money. But with this guest speaker event, there are a lot, like what she mentioned, doing a business without capital. Who would have ever thought about that? That you just wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm going to do a business with no capital. Who would do that? But at least when somebody talks or says something like that, it seems like, okay, what are you even saying? And he tries to reiterate more, tell you, okay, this is it. And at the end of the day, you are even pushed, as in you have that willpower to do it and say, okay, let me try this thing. And once it works, it has worked for you. So that's guest speaker is actually one of the most amazing flagship traditions of CUIB.
Now, Jomo, what has been your best moment within the Catholic University of BUEA? And how do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, thank you for the question. My best moment, actually, like, let me brainstorm a little bit. Okay. I cannot really classify the best on this one is lower. My school life was a really amazing moment, so I don't know how to put this one in front and say, okay.
How the relationship between your lecturers in the School of Engineering and the students, they said that had servant leadership. You have a kind of self. How's the relationship between you and the School of Engineering and their lecturers, the students and the lecturers? Is it kind of a boss to junior or a kind of camaraderie?
Let me say that. Let me take your word to you. Like, it's a kind of camaraderie. Like, it's amazing. Like, you can be standing in class and the lecturer just decide to make a pause, and we just bring out a joke and everybody's laughing, or start talking a comment about the football match that passed.
To bring people back together.
Like, I first thought when entering university, I first thought that, okay, the lecturer is the boss, as you said, and we are just there to take note and get what we want to say. But no, our lecturers are really amazing, are really friendly. We know the line that, okay, it's the lecturer and we are students, but they're amazing. The way that they're talking to us, the way that they're taking.
So how do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What's your passion? What's your passion? After leaving engineering next year, hopefully, what do you seek to move with as a passion?
Okay, like, I want, first of all, 5 years. Okay, I've already programmed a 5 year, but I want yes, I want to do I want to go after my bachelor degree. I want to have a master degree. I want to specialize, and I want to go in the professional life, because like engineering, you can decide to take the master in science and be a researcher, or a master in engineering and be inside the professional life doing the real core thing. So what I want to do is the real core thing.
Now, what advice will you have for those who are watching you, who probably don't know the schools in terms of engineering to do? What will you advise them, those who need schools to do? Like the juniors who are still watching us now, who probably are still confused to make their choice.
Okay, if they wish to do civil engineer or engineering stuff, because we have 4 departments: chemical, computer, electrical, mechanical. It's 5 actually.
Yes, civil and
yes, engineering. So I will advise them to come to CUIB. Out of the aspect of the engineering stuff, having those more high value of servant leaders, like the EOC, doing the EOC and ENP entrepreneur, because we don't have to forget the aspect of entrepreneur here at university also. So it's really amazing that you come and you learn about, not only about what you want to do in your life, but you have also more aspect about things to succeed in life. So I will ask them, I'm not asking them, I'm telling them to make the right choice and to come to CUIB, because I'm going out, and I'm really glad to come years after and seeing that the School of Engineering is bulk of students.
Okay. Ghislaine, Picon. When you came to the university, you had a handshake. Were you moved by that handshake? Were you surprised that you are coming to university, that welcoming you with a handshake?
Yeah, for me, there are types and types of handshake. There are types and types of handshake, because somebody can say, okay, welcome, how are you? After it's all, the person the person don't take time to assist you, let me say, for a particular time. But in CIB, we had some students, some seniors.
Yes, continue.
We had some seniors that welcome us. They welcome us, they assist us in the long run through the year. It was not like it was for a particular time, but in other schools, for me, when you are going to reach there, they will just assist you, maybe to help you to register your courses, and that's all. But those seniors help us. They gave us even some notes. Yes, that maybe if you have some difficulties at time, if you have some difficulty, you call them at any time. They will assist you in what you need.
Okay. So that was something that you felt was so unique.
Yeah, so unique.
Now, what was your best moment, or is your best moment? You just talked about the guest speaker. Is that your best moment?
Let me see. For best moment, for best moment, normally students have best moment when they have cultural activities. So that's true. But best moment is also when you acquire. For me, when you acquire knowledge, yeah, when maybe you you have a lecture and maybe the lecture impacts you in one or the other. Yeah, maybe through a lecture, maybe the lecturer might tell you something that will impact you. Maybe that's not part of the lecture, but it helps you. So best moment for me, my best moment was every day in the school. Yeah.
So you consider yourself a servant leader?
Yeah, of course. I consider myself like one of them.
In 5 years, how do you see your future after leaving CUIB?
Okay, after leaving CIB, probably I will further my studies, for masters, and after maybe have a PhD. And for me, since we are entrepreneurial university, I do that not to work under somebody. I can work under somebody to acquire skills, but I have the vision to have my own maybe microfinance as my department. Yeah, tomorrow, maybe in 5 or in 10 years.
Okay. And now, maybe some persons are kind of still confused about not knowing where to go to university. What will you tell them from your experience?
Okay, from my experience, definitely I have to tell them to come to Catholic University, because Catholic University don't only give you, let me see, don't only teach you, maybe give you notes like other schools, also have some other activities that may help you, or you may acquire skills from those activities that maybe what you did in school you are not going to earn a living from it, and maybe what these different activities you earn a living from it. And Catholic University have many of these activities that if you are willing and able, you acquire them in a short period of time. So definitely I have to advise them to come to Catholic University, because it's a very good university, not because of the name, because of the value and other things that he gives to students.
Okay, we're coming back to you. Piton. Chika. The name Chika means God is the hand of God. Yeah, the name Chika means the hand of God. So, now, what have been your best moment within this CUIB? What are you going to miss?
Firstly, I would say you have the Stuga election. Why did I even choose Stuga? It's not like it's a very big kind of stuff, but since I was in year one, I'll tell you, people who come up for president, vice president, we all believe that, okay, through these people we are going to, as in we're going to have a lot of things, we experience a lot of things. But let me not lie to you, Mr. Jarvis. I'm still to see that those leaders, or rather that leader that will say something and stand to it. Even though, yeah, they tried really, because there were some things that were left out before, and little by little we actually experienced them. But Stuga elections doing this is really good, because you find people coming to challenge, like it's a lively moment, because you know very well that you've not paid fee and you cannot vote. But you are still going to stand on the line, like what do you have to go and do there? Because at the end of the day, when you wait to the table, they will check your name, and your name is not there. So you just go there for fun. Like a freshman student, when I was in year 2, a freshman student, he knows very well that he's not eligible to vote. He'll come out with his pen and it's kind of, today, people will see me in this school. As in, at the end of the day, you go to the table, you are not permitted. And he's like, Jesus, Catholic University. So seriously, it's really good, because that is one of the moments in CUIB where even outsiders come. You get to meet different people, and you even get to interact more with your junior students, because I tell you, most, like, going ahead, we forget to know that we have some people behind us. So during this
Sugar election.
Yes,
Campaign period.
Yes, you see people coming. That's why you know that junior is just by class before age and more than you, because they will just tell you see this EOC, but they're running it. So there's nothing. You're not going to tell them, okay, because I'm the senior here, that means whatever it's a lie. That's why you know that we are here to actually show in our seniority based on age, because there's no longer class.
So you are going to miss Tuga.
Seriously, I'll miss Tuga.
It means your generation is coming to input more on the student government.
Yeah, I feel so. And also trade fair.
Trade fair.
Yeah, trade fair too is also a very
why is that?
moment.
Why is it part of your best moment?
I'll say, for example, since my my stay in CUIB from year one, I would say because of the crisis, we did not have trade fair. So to an extent, I've never really experienced trade fair aside last year. And she could even bear witness. She was even on my stand, School of Business stand. Though I fell sick after 2 days, but it was really a good moment because there are some people, as in there are some of our classmates that we see them in class and we feel like they are too quiet. Kind of like, what can they even do? But during the trade fair, like for example, Cynthia, it's very difficult for you to see her, even though she's a kind of educational BUEA person, but it's difficult
and
to
she's so quiet.
Yeah, she's
so
always
reserved.
like to herself. But you needed to see Cynthia during the trade fair. She was like, she was not even an engineering again. She entered
the School of Business.
Yeah, she wore the coat of School of Business and she was even selling. Can you imagine? So it was like you get to see those different, as in the other side of people that maybe during class hours you cannot be experiencing.
So you are going to miss trade fair.
Seriously.
And you will not miss the EOC.
Now, definitely. No, when you talk about EOC, I don't really have an issue EOC because EOC is actually another good moment, but I'm already used to.
Okay, you're used to.
Yes,
okay.
I've been a Catholic student right from time. So I'm already used
like
to
CTC, it's the same culture.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Catholic
culture.
school from primary school, so I'm already used to the culture of mass.
Okay, now, how do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, that question is actually so. Anyway, we have been taught, and that is what we have been trained to do over the years, over the past 4 years. Like, we call CUIB an entrepreneurial university. I would say in the next 5 years, like what she rightly said, most people always graduate because of, okay, I'm going out to look for a job. It's not like looking for a job is a bad thing, but what you learned in school, how do you want to put it in place? Like, I would say, for example, go out there and be a job creator and not just a job seeker, because the reason why most of the times we all say same after graduation you come and stay in the house with your certificate, most of the times we are the cause, because we don't want to explore the things we learned back at school, because we cannot just sit and say, okay, we are waiting on the government will never reach you, but you on your part can say, okay, this is what I learned in school and this is how far I can go to do things on my own. So for me, like addressing it to myself, in the next 5 years, I pray, by God's grace, I will not be that job seeker, but a job creator. Okay. Where I can also coach others and be.
I'm sure that's part of a mission.
Yes.
Which is, that's part of a mission.
That's
right?
true.
Which is to train.
To prepare professional servant leaders with moral and spiritual value, who will contribute to the sustainable development of their communities.
So you feel like in the next 5 years you will reawaken in people hope and purpose.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Spiritual, moral value, all those things. At least you need to see.
You should talk about the fact that your real self was shown on church fair.
The other part of it.
The other part of your social life. Everybody just thought you were so serious.
I'm serious. There's some kind of aspect of life that you need to change and do things as you go on. So
because
into it.
The way she explained it means that, because from normally somebody look at you know you are very kind of strict and very serious, like that you kept the coat of engineering and you wore the coat of business. That's the beauty of CUIB.
Yes, the beauty of CUIB is togetherness. You have to learn to work together. I saw that how she was not in the ability to sell her stuff and so on. So I decided, okay, it's true that I understand, but I could manage and help her to figure out what she wanted to do. So I wear on my coat of school of business.
She was of good help, because after the 2 days I felt sick and there were some things I learned back at school. She literally helped me to sell all of them and send me the money and more. I was like, oh, Cynthia, the imaginary business student. And it was really good.
Thank you very much, Bacon, for coming. Hope that maybe having you guys subsequently for a different kind of discussion. Your last word before we bring in the next team. Your last word. Maybe you have some few people to bring.
I want to thank my classmates also for coming, and also to tell everybody that's looking for a school or that's doubting for a university to come to CIB. We have two branches, Douala and BUEA, and we have many departments and four schools. So that's what I wanted to.
Oh, of course, Cynthia Jomo. Last one before we call a new team.
Okay.
Next team.
As she said, we have two campus, Douala, and I'm initially from Douala campus, and I was transferred to BUEA to my second year. I had this aspect of saying like, okay, I'm going to this city where there's trouble and all those stuff. So I was like, am I going to change the school just to continue my civil engineer, or come on BUEA and face what we are facing here? I was like, as I said in the beginning, CIB is my school where I said that I will actually succeed. So I decided to put my fear down and come to BUEA. So I want to tell those people in Douala that are afraid to come to BUEA because they think that it's really so. And I want to thank my mother also.
Thank you very much. And of course, the hand of God. Chika.
I would like to encourage everybody out there, especially those still looking for the particular school to enroll in. CUIB is a place to be. It's not just by name, but when you come and you experience all those traditions, all those activities, I bet you your life will change. And Mr. Jarvis, seriously, he's always there to tutor and make sure that, okay, students, whatever your worries are, you can always meet me and I'll be there to help you. So I put it to you, it is not by mouth, this is not by name, but CUIB is a place to be. And it's an entrepreneurial, in fact, the only entrepreneurial university, and I'll put my hand up to say it's the best.
Thank you. Or sing with us in praise.
Song of hopeful days. Praise be to the Lord for his mercy and grace. He kept his words to raise in firm and mighty ways. A place good for learning, for nation and race. A place good for learning, for nation and race. Saints and scholars we grow to be, seeking for knowledge to give them. CUIB, the servant leaders, are more to conquer, shape, and transform the world. In CUIB, the servant leaders, are more to conquer, shape, and transform the world. Saints and scholars we grow to be, seeking knowledge to give the world a change. In CUIB, the servant leaders are more to conquer, shape, and transform the world. In CUIB, the servant leaders are more to conquer, shape, and transform the world. Thank you, girls. I didn't know you guys could sing that anthem. We take on this break, and when we come back, we introduce the next set of students from the School of Information Technology, and of course, from the Higher National Diploma. Thank you, Chika. Thank you, Bekong. Thank you, Chomos. Thank you, Kami.
Catholic University Institute of BUEA.
It's one of the oldest private higher educational institute in BUEA, and it was created in 2010 by a ministerial order.
We have
The School of Health Sciences, the School of Information and Technology, School of Agriculture and Natural Resources,
School of Business,
School of Arts and Education.
We also have the School of Law,
School of Journalism and Communication.
the School of Engineering.
The overall goal of the Catholic University Institute of BUEA is to
Train students to become job creators and not job seekers.
I want to tell God, thank you for what you have done. Faculty, staff, the students of this institution.
And we also provide a holistic education taking into account the moral and ethical aspect of our students.
The entrepreneurial and train students to develop business plan on their own, expose them.
HND program, the tuition fee is the lowest.
Catholic University of BUEA is the best school for you to send your child.
It's the only entrepreneurial university in Africa.
it's the best for you to have a growth mindset and for you to develop.
In the School of Agriculture here in CUIB, once you are registered as a student, this and this what we have here is our nursery. With next pepper here. Pepper. The tomato you have seen doing very well here are not here. For this year.
Catholic University Institute of BUEA.
It's one of the oldest private higher educational institute in BUEA, and it was rated in 2010 by a ministerial order.
We have
School of Health Sciences, School of Information and Technology, School of Agriculture and Natural Resources,
School of Business,
School of Arts and Education.
We also have the School of Law,
School of Journalism and Communication,
The School of Engineering.
The overall goal of the Catholic University Institute of BUEA is to
train students to become.
I want to tell God, thank you.
This is a tomato plantation, and this what we have here is our nursery. With next pepper here. The tomato you have seen doing very well here are not here.
Thank you very much. If you are just joining, you're watching Inside CUIB. This is a program which is brought to you by the Catholic University of BUEA, where we look at key issues within the university. Here with me, I have different set of students. We have Atamaya Regina, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Is it Rejoice?
Rejoice.
Rejoice. Atamaya Rejoice. You have the Higher National Diploma, the junior year of the Higher National Diploma, the sophomore,
Yes.
final year Higher National Diploma, which is HND. And of course, it's a privilege to have you also in the studio. We have also Zechia Ramson. Ramson, thanks for joining us. Civil engineering.
Yes, sir.
Also here in the studio, we have Bando Jordan, Promise, Civil Engineering Level 1.
yes, sir.
I'll start with you. You are 2 weeks to school.
Yes, sir.
2
Yes,
weeks, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the experience like?
It's a strange experience because from what I got and what I'm meeting on ground, it's quite interesting because some of my classmates told me the place is an amazing place, and of which I approve because the way we interact with our lecturers is different from the other universities that I had the privilege to attend some time back. The lecturers are quite friendly. That was the strangest thing I even had to experience. That you could be talking with the dean of your faculty every day as if it's and it was so amazing. I was really amazed by that.
Now, the handshake, when you came, you had a handshake. Were you experiencing such? Did you ever imagine that the president would greet you on the line?
No, I didn't expect that because when I came and we sat in the hall and they told me we have to go down and they should welcome us in the CUIB, where I was like, wow, is there? And when we were climbing and all the teachers, the president was like greeting us, that welcome to our family. That was like, this place is really somewhere to be. I was like, wow, I was amazed. I was really amazed about it. And it felt, as I said, it felt so much joy because the way they relate there is different. Teachers are really, they make the students feel comfortable. And you have the impression like there are people you can really confide in with your challenges. That was something that really gave me so much joy and confidence to stay.
So you confidence to stay, meaning that you were just observing that maybe it's 2 days not going out.
Yes, I can say so because actually I and my dad were like, okay, just go and since they said you can go and see.
Okay, now you are permanent.
Yes. Yes.
Now the interaction between other students, how do you say it? Seriously.
That's another factor that really was really interesting because actually the senior students, they come, there is this event where they hold every afternoon. That's where we had to meet many of the EOC, very important. And that's where we had to meet senior students and they were like telling us other things. Some of them came and had time to discuss with us again, making us know how the school functions, and I was really impressed. To be honest, I was really impressed.
Now, what word? Because I want to briefly talk with you so that I can have the IT guy. What advice do you have for your peers who are watching you out there? Take into consideration that you are just 2 weeks into school and you've experienced so much great joy and interaction with teachers and lecturers and dean of your school.
Yeah, one of the things I would tell them is that actually CUIB is a place to be, because I remember back in the days when I was in secondary school, I used to see the school and I'm like, no, the people that can go to the school, I'm not sure I can go. Man, it's a place that welcomes everybody. Actually, from my observation, it welcomes everybody like really wow. There's no differences there, and I advise them that they should get enrolled in CUIB because there are many things they have to gain, because only from a few weeks they could trust me to give me some responsibilities on campus, like a course delegate for some courses, and I was like, wow. And I encourage them. It's a place really that is fun to be.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Just stay put, and the technical team will handle your situation. Rejoice. You are at the level of higher national diploma. Is there? What makes you different from others who probably are doing HND elsewhere?
Firstly, the moral and spiritual values that I have, that I got from CUIB through EOC, that is, and the entrepreneurship that we are taught. That's the knowledge in entrepreneurship, the growth mindset and all those stuffs. When I came to CUIB, I was not this outspoken. Like I could never.
Very shy.
I was very, very shy. I was always in my shells. But as I stepped foot into CUIB since last year, mate, through this base group presentation and all those stuff, I was able to gain confidence in myself. That means in this CUIB, it has given me that confidence that to be able to talk, present myself.
Really.
I could not be sitting here. I could not be sitting here. So what makes me different from other students is the level of spirituality and the entrepreneurship that has made me to understand that with my higher national diploma, I can be self-employed somewhere. Yes, I can create my own job. I must not really look out there, like go to school with one focus. You should be diverse thinking. What I learned in entrepreneurship.
Which means that other university HND don't have this added value like Catholic studies, like entrepreneurship, which you have guest speaker, but you have the opportunity to have all of this like a degree program.
Yes. So amazing, especially the aspects of guest speakers. Because I've not witnessed such in any other university except Catholic University instead of BUEA. It's just one of the best. You have the opportunities to meet great men who have experienced a lot in life, give us wisdom like how to go about your life, how to go about your life, impact knowledge on
Face the
people, face reality, how to help your community, all those stuffs, thanks to CUIB
and this time they are not motivational speakers. These are people who experience the reality.
It is not, they are not motivational speakers. You're seeing the reality in them. It's not something that you're hearing from somewhere. This time you're seeing. They even bring some of their products, they explain things to you. So.
What advice, you are HND, many will expect that it's just a 2-year program where you just go there, get the knowledge, means that you have not added value. You are a servant leader, you are an entrepreneur, and your vision now is now to continue and ensure that you impact your community, right?
Yes.
What advice do you have for people who probably think that are looking for HND schools to go to, and the fee in CUIB is how affordable is it for HND?
HND, the tuition fee in HND, that's 250,000 francs. It's very, very affordable. At first, when coming to CUIB, because many people don't know about this HND department in CUIB. So many people always feel like it's so expensive. So the HND is very different from the
BSc.
From BSc. It's so affordable.
How much? 250?
250 for the tuition fee.
Okay. Which makes it very affordable for everybody.
Very affordable for everybody.
How is the interaction with your lecturers?
So it's very, I don't know how to put it in words, but it's so amazing. Like from what my other friends from other universities, from their own experience, I come to realize that my school is it's just the best. It's just the best. You have the opportunity to talk to teachers, table your complaints. They're always there to listen to you, to direct you in case you have any issues, any business idea. They're always there for you. They're just so amazing.
You had a handshake
Yes, sir.
when you came in your first year.
Yes, sir.
What was the experience like?
I was not even expecting it. I was not expecting it. It was amazing.
Of course, let me come now to you. Promise, no, Promise has gone out. Ramson, you are of this civil and environmental engineering. When you got into the engineering, what were you expecting? What were your expectations like in CUIB?
I think I'll begin by saying my admission into Catholic University in BUEA is one of the best things that have ever happened into my life so far. Because I tried other concourses and I failed. And it was like Catholic University was my last option. So I think the first month, my first semester actually was very tough because the change of mindset. You know, in Catholic University we have what we call the growth mindset. Yeah. That is that mindset of you, like it helps you to adapt in any situation. We also have what they call the EOC, which is the practice of like giving spiritual time to your creator. So it was like very tough, it was very difficult. But through the help of my coaches, the Coach T and Coach Mick, I remember one day I went to Coach and I complained to him, why are you giving excess? All this assignment. And he answered to me, getting up and coming to school every day is a pain. You need to find a solution in your pain. You need to find a reason for that pain. Just that statement changed my way of visualizing things. Because most of us out here have companies, we have industries, we have enterprises in civil engineering we set up, but we don't have that different value. So interacting with the coaches, I came to learn about what they call the growth mindset, which really, really changed my view of engineering. That is, you know, in engineering now in Cameroon, you see, we don't even trust our own products, for example. That is, the civil engineering industry has been dominated by fake people, if I can say so. So getting in mastering the concept of the EOC, that is the moral spirit, the moral values we get in Cuib. I came to understand that no, if I want to continue in this civil engineering, I must make a change. So that was the experience I had. So in Cuib, we don't just teach you. I think I asked Barrister, our distinguished barrister, this question one day. That said, what makes Cuib different from other schools? That was the first question I asked to Barrister. And he told me entrepreneurship and Catholic studies. I was like, I didn't understand why did he say entrepreneurship and Catholic studies. These are boring subjects. Because back then we had a view that Catholic studies about Catholic doctrine, which was very, 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 very difficult for us to understand. So during the course of training, during the course of training, we came to understand why. Because you can't see someone with spiritual values going out to like doing what they say. It's true, Cameroon is ranked about 140 out of 180 countries in terms of corruption. So you see, this is because we lack that value, that moral value, to help us make those decisions for the betterness of the country.
They're not training intelligent thieves, they're training people that will sustain their community with moral values.
Very important.
JC Ghana, you are of the School of Information Technology. How is your experience like?
Well, in the School of Information Technology in CUIB, the journey has really been so impactful. Coming into CUIB from advanced level, that was when I was still in the secondary school, and I joined CUIB last year. So at first, I'm not a Catholic Christian. So before I wanted to join CUIB, I was like, I'm going to a Catholic university. What will be of me? Because to be frank, I hated hearing about some Catholic stuff because I just didn't like it. So when I was coming to CIB, what was in my mind is that they are going to transform me to a Catholic person. That was what was first of all killing my spirit. So, but when I came into the school, first week I was welcomed so warmly. I was
You had
like,
a handshake.
I had a handshake. I was like, you know, they're waiting for a president. So a president came and received a handshake. So I received a handshake and I was orientated, thought about the platforms, how to use and study online. And after that, that is, I began to see myself in an environment of very, very friendly people, in an environment of lovely people. That is, I was welcome. Now, what really caught my attention is that it is a Catholic school. But it is different because they don't force you to become a Catholic person. When we had our spirituality, that's the first thing I noticed about CUIB, the EOCR. When I went back home, one of the questions my friends asked me was that, what's really peculiar about that your school? According to me, what makes CUIB really peculiar is the EOCR. That EOCR is one of the best things I ever found in Cuib. It's followed by entrepreneurship. So EOCR, what surprised me very, very much is that they did not allow all of us to go to the Catholic section. They said Pentecostal, you'll be here, and Catholic, you'll be here. That distinction.
Those for Islam.
Yes, and those that do not even fellowship in any church, they will be in nature.
Yes.
So I was like, wow, this such respect. We are paying for the school and you are not forcing us to do what we don't like. You respect our religion, you respect our choices, and you are like, I was like, wonderful. Followed by entrepreneurship before coming to IT. Entrepreneurship has been one of my very, very loved and most important course. I've seen the value of it in CUIB. Those coaches don't only teach the subject, but they teach life in the subject. That is, they teach the society, they teach life in general. The journey in CUIB, now that I'm a sophomore student from freshman, so the journey has been really, really impactful to me. It has really been impactful to my mindset. It has been impactful to my spirituality because in one day, let's say some people don't really pray, but at least in one day, I know that even if I will not pray at night, but I met with God in school at 12 o'clock noon. So that feelings make me feel happy. I know that every 12 o'clock,
I have
a reflection with God. I'll talk with
Briefly
Him.
about IT, we don't have much time out of time.
About IT in CUIB is really, really something very, 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 that is so lovely. My journey in IT, when I was introduced to platforms to study about our courses, we have courses on our platforms that we study, and software engineer, because I do software engineering, we teach of programming and develop cybersecurity students and other stuff. So we have had sessions of coding. We have had people that have come to talk to us about our IT world, motivate us on how to pick up our things that we want to become in future in IT. That is, we want to be a programmer and anything in it. So the joining IT in Cuib has been very, very good, and they teach it very, very well. We have people like Dr. Achankeng, Madam Mokom. They pay in their time to see that we don't only become IT-minded people, we just the skill to go and look for a job, but they give us the skill to come out of CUIB and create IT jobs for the people.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Thank you very much. Of course, Rejoice. Thank you very much. Promise, who is out. Thank you very much. Also, Ramson. Thank you to all those who took our time. We are out of time, but just to give you a rundown, that admissions is still ongoing at the Catholic University Institute of BUEA. Admission is ongoing. It will end on the 31st of October 2022. By the 31st of October, admissions will come to an end. You can go to the website www.cuib-cameroon.org/apply. You can get to apply at CUIB. You can get to the campus in Douala, which is at Bonaberry, Ancien Route, behind Lycée Polyvalent, Ancien Route Bonaberry, where you have the campus of CUIB, or you come to the campus in Boya, opposite Lycée Bilingue Moliko, or you can get to the websites I already indicated: Facebook, CUIB, the Entrepreneurial University; YouTube, CUIB, the Entrepreneurial University. CUIB has 7 schools: School of Business, School of Information Technology, School of Engineering, School of Business, School of Information Technology, School of Engineering, School of Agriculture and Natural Resources, School of Health Science, School of Journalism, School of Arts and School of Arts and Education, and of course School of Health Sciences. That's 8 schools, and also HND programs. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from the town of legendary hospitality, where we say au revoir.
oldest private higher educational institute in BUEA, and it was rated in 2010 by a ministerial order.
We have School of Health Sciences,
School of Information and Technology, School of Agriculture and Natural Resources,
School of Business,
School of Arts and Education.
we also have the School of Law,
School of Journalism and Communication,
The School of Engineering. The overall goal of the Catholic University Institute of BUEA is to
train students to job creators and not job seekers.
I want to tell God, thank you for what you have done. Faculty, to the staff, to the students of this institution.
And we also provide a holistic education taking into account the moral and ethical aspect of our students.
The entrepreneurial and train students on how to develop business plan on their own, expose them.
In the program, the tuition fee is the lowest.
Catholic University of BUEA is the best school for you to send your child.
It's the only entrepreneurial university in Africa.
It's the best for you to have a growth mindset and for you to develop.
In the School of Agriculture here in CUIB, once you are registered as a student, to practice this is a tomato plantation, and this, what we have here is our nursery. With next paper here. The tomato you have seen doing very well here are not yet. Project for this year.